Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire!
And tonight we're talking about The Flash!
Season 6, Episode 2, A Flash of the Lightning!
Yes. That. I thought it was a pretty decent episode.
I always think The Flash is pretty good.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. I thought when he ran and he fell, I thought he fell into the future. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he got there and he lost his powers because he doesn't exist anymore, so the Speed Force isn't with him anymore, so he lost his abilities. That's what was going through my mind. Like, I even said it. Like, I was that confident. But no, he just didn't travel through time at all. I thought that was like a bone that popped out, but no, it was
Yeah, I didn't know what that was.
Right?
I was like, what is that?
It looks like the crack from Doctor Who opened up on Barry's leg.
It looked like it was part of his suit underneath his clothes that showed up, because it was red, so.
Yeah. Well, it had like that white lighting going through
Yeah.
it, so that's why I compared it to the crack on Doctor Who. You're not there yet, it's Matt Smith. Yeah. I don't
want to think about David Tennant not being there anymore.
That's how I felt.
Well, I just love him.
I know, and then it ended and Matt Smith showed up,
I
didn't actually hate it.
But it's David Tennant.
I know.
He's the best Doctor.
He'll make every appearance for the 50th anniversary special.
So it's not the same.
He's a main Doctor character again for that.
Let me just enjoy the time I have left, okay?
Okay.
No, I'm sure I'll like Matt Smith
too. But yeah, so Barry had that going on, and then he went to Earth 3.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that Jay is on Earth 3.
I thought he was Earth 2.
Right?
Like, when did this Earth 3 Jay Garrick come in?
Jay Garrick's always been from Earth 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Earth 2!
Right? But
who's from Earth 2 then?
The Jesse.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, Jesse's Earth 2. Yeah. And Jay was training Jesse.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, though, when we were watching, like, I think it's really cool that they're still using the people that played his parents in other roles, because, you know, since there's so many different versions of the Flash in other Earths and other universes, they can utilize that and use them in different ways because of that.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's also being able to play Jay Garrick, which is a version of the Flash, is really cool because he originated the character in the TV show in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So it's just cool to see him be a Flash again.
Well, I mean, we're going to get to see him be a Flash again. Like, I mean,
I know we are in the crossover too.
He does play Barry Allen as well.
Yeah, I know.
From Earth 90.
He played Barry Allen in The Flash in the 90s.
Which is why he played Barry Allen as the Flash in last year's crossover from Earth 90.
Yeah.
Because he played the character in the 90s, so he's from Earth 90.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that that's cool that they're still a part of it.
Mhm. Yes. Yes, very much so. I was slightly frustrated that Barry didn't tell her you look like my mom.
Yeah. Like that it had to be Iris.
Yeah.
But in a way, it was still nice that it was Iris because it was kind of like that moment, you know, with them. Because you don't see Iris interact with them very much. Usually whenever Barry saw his parents, it was just him alone.
Right.
So seeing Iris, even though they're not technically his parents, like, it was just a nice interaction.
Yeah, they
Yeah. So it was just a nice interaction that Iris got to have with them.
Yeah.
And I liked seeing that. So.
Yeah. And like, I mean, now like it was almost like the look on their face to like if she ever got pregnant, they'd be like, oh,
Well,
so we're gonna have Barry Allen as a baby.
See, that moment kind of made me think of Back to the Future when like Lorraine and George are finally together at the dance and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and Marty's talking to them, and he's like, oh, if you ever have a kid and one of them accidentally starts fire to the living room rug, go easy on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he's leaving, Lorraine is like, Marty, such a nice name, like, oh, that's going to be your future child. Like, it's just kind of one of those moments, like, oh,
Right. Like, if you ever do have a son, he's going to be Barry.
Exactly.
You don't have to name him Barry, because, I mean, your names are not the same.
Yeah.
Jay Garrick, for one, and Joan
Williams.
Yeah. Like, well, we never knew Nora's maiden name, so it could be Williams.
It could.
But her name's not Joan, is Nora. Like, Nora, that was her. That was her name.
But this is great.
I know. I'm just saying, like, they don't have to name. I'm saying that this is why they don't have to name their son Barry.
Yeah.
Even though he's gonna be Barry,
right.
He won't be named Barry.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be.
He could.
They're gonna have their own Flash family over there. But when he grows up, Earth 3 Iris would already be like Gonzo, like older. Like, that's such a sad thought. A version of Barry on Earth 3 growing up where Iris is like 20 years older than him. So they never get together.
I don't want to think.
Like,
there is not a future or universe where Barry and Iris are not together.
Well, Barry's not born yet.
I don't care. Okay? They are the iconic comic book couple, and they are always together in every universe, in every continent, and everything. They fight each other, and they are always together.
This future on Earth 3 Iris got with Dawn.
Why are you doing this to me? Why?
She got with Eddie! She got with Eddie! Oh, I'm having such a great time right now.
West Allen heart is hurting.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
I will not accept it. I refuse to accept it. You can change your destiny.
He's not born yet.
So he can still be with her even though she's older than him.
They never have kids.
I don't care. I want them together.
So he'd probably go with Peggy. No, Peggy was. So who the hell would he go with?
How am I supposed to freaking know?
No one we know, because everyone we know would be
because
like
the only person
50.
he's supposed to be with is Iris. So who else is he gonna be with? No one. He'll just be alone. He'll just be alone and he'll just save people.
Unless he falls for Iris and Eddie's child.
Oh, Lord, help us.
And then there'll be a
Stop!
There'd be a thorn in the family. Like, like Eobard Thawne from Earth 3 would actually be related to Barry Allen. Or not Allen, because it'd be Garrick. Barry Garrick. That does not go.
Are you done?
Yes.
Moving on.
That was fun for me. Seeing your crumble.
But they're the best.
They are.
I like them more than I like Clark and Lois.
Holy hell.
And I love Clark and Lois.
Yeah.
They're like my other favorite from the DC universe.
Yeah. I'm not big on the Supergirl version.
No, but the
haven't
Smallville Clark and Lois for sure.
But we also haven't really had much time to care for them.
No.
So.
But yeah, definitely Smallville Clark and Lois.
Yes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how Cecile was in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe wasn't being that great in that one part, but
right, he's so unsupportive.
The fact that he, realized and supported her at the end when she's like, I want to help metahumans.
Yeah, he was so happy for her.
Yeah, so I think that that's a great thing that she's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that, like, they're allowing what's her name, Alexa?
Gideon.
No, the girl, the one who had the powers, who was,
oh, I don't know.
Cecile was helping.
Well,
whatever her name was, I'm glad that they gave her an internship at the Citizen.
Yeah.
So she can kind of turn her life around and actually do some good and,
There was something that I was watching or something that said that they're going to build up the Citizen with like people like her.
Yeah, like metas.
Right. It'd be like
kind of almost like one of those like centers that people can go to get away from drugs and get off the street and have a place where they can like play sports and they can be around good people and they can be mentored and things like that.
Right.
It'll kind of like the internship will be it'll be kind of like a mentoring thing for them to kind of get away from the bad things in the world.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm Ultraviolet. That was a movie.
So
the cousin was, she's like
Esperanza.
Yeah, she's like, Esperanza's dead.
Esperanza died 5 years ago.
I'm ultraviolet.
Died 5 de años.
Yes.
Yay me. No, I'm just
that's the easiest one to put together.
5 years.
Yeah. 5 years
ago.
Well,
the reason that I knew that's what years was in Spanish was because I'd watched something else where they had said that, like años, and so I was like, oh yeah, that means years. So.
It's probably just easier for me because I took Spanish in high school.
Yeah, well, I mean, I pick things up because it's, like, around us all the time.
Right.
And, I mean, you watch things. Like, the place that I heard it was on I Love Lucy, because there was one time where, like, his mother-in-law came, and, like, Lucy wanted to, like, be able to talk to his mom in Spanish, and so she had a little earpiece in her ear, and she had somebody talking to her through it. And
they had that technology back then?
Anyway... Oh, no, he was, like, holding, like, a microphone and talking into it, and she had, like, a little thing in her ear so she could hear what he was saying. But anyway, he had, like, his mother-in-law had some friends over, and they were all speaking Spanish, and they had asked Lucy how long Ricky and her had been married. And the guy said, asked her and, like, had her nod her head, and he was like, 13 años. So that would be like 30 years, I think, or something like that, or 20-something years. I don't know. But años means years, so that's how I picked it up when she said it on here.
Yeah. We had to sing a birthday song every time someone had a birthday party.
We had to do that in my German
in
class
my
too.
in my Spanish class.
Yeah.
Is Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
Yeah, in German it's Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. So every time somebody had a birthday, we had to sing that.
Yeah.
To the tune of Happy Birthday, but we just sang it in German. So. Because Geburtstag means birthday in German. Like geboren or geboren means born. Like it's geboren because if you put the GE in front of it, it means it's past tense. So geboren is born in German. Yeah. But this is not a foreign language lesson. So, yeah. But you learned something, so there you
go. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know if the name is just familiar to me because the movie.
I mean,
or if
I can understand why she's called ultraviolet because literally her rays are ultraviolet rays and they burn your face.
Not just ultraviolet rays. She does the spectrum just like her cousin.
Yeah. And it travels a lot faster than his speed, so it got to him before he was able to get away from it.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like I don't know if I recognize the name Ultraviolet because of the movie, or if I recognize it because there's a character that I know in my subconscious that's called that. Like, if I recognize her as a character or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Killer Frost!
Yes. She gets that injection and she doesn't have to have the blue eyes and the creepy voice. I think they should let her keep the blue eyes, though.
Yeah.
I'm playing contacts.
Because I really like the lipstick. So if she's going to have the dark blue, like, purplish lipstick, she should have the eyes, too.
Yeah. The eyes really pull it together. And, I mean, when Cisco called her a White Walker...
I didn't get that.
I died.
I was like, why are you getting so excited?
But, I mean, if she had the blue eyes, it would have just been, like, peak White Walker material. Like, come on. We all know White Walkers have the frosty eyes.
I don't know that because I don't watch Game of Thrones.
You upset me. Very much so.
Hey, at least I'm watching Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Which I think I would enjoy more than Game of Thrones anyway, so.
Maybe. But yeah, like I really enjoyed that
I mean, leave it to Cisco to mention it because he's the pop culture character.
Yes.
Who knows all of that stuff.
Yeah. When Barry went through the future stuff with his mind, and they saw
the billion different universes,
right.
Or billion different timeline futures, billion different futures. There.
You saw Cisco dressed up as Vibe, and I was like, what the hell?
I totally missed that. Because, it was going so fast.
Right. But, like, I think it was right before they showed Iris.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
But I was just like, why is he dressed up as Vibe? He gave up his powers. Like, what the hell?
But that's a different future.
But they all stem from the current one.
Yeah, I don't know.
So how would he have his powers? He gave them up.
Unless something happens between now and then to make it so that he has his powers again. Because that's just... So. He was trying to go to the day after the crisis.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah. The others still don't know that he's supposed to die.
He's gonna tell them next episode.
Yeah, but they don't know yet.
But see, the thing is, like, okay, maybe, let's say he is the one who does. But he can't be because they have to continue the show somehow.
Well, it's probably going to be like when he sacrificed himself to take that spot in the Speed Force. You know,
But he'll still be on the show.
Well, no. I mean, like, there was a time when he wasn't on the show because he was stuck in the Speed Force.
Yeah.
And they kept trying to get him out. Like, I'm saying it could be like that.
It could be, yeah.
Like, he's just stuck somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the Paradise Dimension with Oliver.
Because Oliver's the one who's dying.
I think he's not really dying.
He might not die, but he's
gonna
leave, and he's gonna go. And Felicity and him are gonna go be together in the Paradise Dimension,
out of the realm of all multiverse.
Yeah. So whether he dies or not, he's still leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Because Arrow's ending. So.
Yeah.
I liked that Cisco was really supporting Killer Frost with her art.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it can be discouraging if you think you're not doing well, but he was, like, really helping her to realize that it doesn't matter whether it's art or dance or whatever it is, you're finding a way to express yourself, and you're using that art to try to connect to it and connect to something, and, that's what's important. Yeah. So.
And then at the end, like, Frost has, like, bought all these paintings.
Yeah.
Barry's like,
pictures.
How did you, like, I mean, one or two of them were pictures, but, like, some of them were paintings.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Barry's like, so you paid for those? She's like, yeah.
Yeah, I used Katie's credit card.
Yeah.
All of them. How many credit cards does she have?
Oh, that killed my soul the instant she said it. Like, she doesn't understand that means she's gonna be in debt, like, hella bad for, like, ever.
I want to know how many credit cards she has.
Well, I mean, lots of people have lots of credit cards.
I have 2.
I have 0, but...
I have 2 because I wanted to freaking start building credit.
Yeah.
And I just do the minimum payment every month.
Yeah, but you currently have a job.
Yeah, but still.
If I did, I'd get a card to start building credit. But
she's got a lot of money because she's a doctor.
She works at Star Labs, strictly at Star Labs.
That's why I'm saying, how could she afford to have that many credit cards?
Because you know how most people live, right?
Yeah.
They hardly pay off their credit cards, and they have a bajillion of them. That's why the whole country is in debt to the country, which makes the country in debt to other countries because we can't pay off our shit. So it's a big, happy, negative money circle. Yay!
The joys of capitalism.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, the second she said that, my jaw dropped and my heart broke.
I'm just
like, oh Lord, Katie's gonna kill you.
Because those are not cheap. Art is not cheap.
No.
Especially if you get it from an art gallery.
And
like, if you just find a painting online, or if you just, like, go to, like, a store and get, like, a random plaque to put on your wall, that's different. Mm-hmm. But if you, like, actually buy an artist's work from, like, a gallery or an auction or something, that's gonna be, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Depending on, like, who it is and how much they're selling it for and stuff like that.
Yeah. She doesn't understand the concept of money because she hasn't really had to live with the concept of money.
Yeah.
So she doesn't understand a lot of things. No. And so, like Cisco said, The next thing they work
You
on is
mean
gonna have.
Ralph?
I thought Cisco said money management.
No, Ralph.
Oh, well, like Ralph said, the next thing they're gonna have to work on is money management.
Because he's like her life coach, so he would be
Yeah.
the one to say that.
So, yeah. And Ralph is also going to be looking into the organization that hid Esperanza and turned her
Yes.
into an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
I would say look at the League of Assassins, but they're disbanded.
And I just like, you know, it was nice to see a Joe and Barry moment because I feel like we've really like been lacking in those, and it was nice to see him, you know, kind of mentoring him again and giving him that advice.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Barry was seriously considering giving up. Like, he was so distraught about it that he's like, I don't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is what it's going to be. I don't have a choice. I have to accept this. And, you know, like, I don't know. I always enjoyed those moments between them. So it was nice to see that again. See Joe being that strong person for Barry that he is.
Right.
So, and that mentor figure.
Yeah.
And of course the Barry and Iris stuff.
Yeah.
I always love.
Don't like it when they're fighting, but
no.
You know, the rest of
but
it
they're
was cute.
so good at acting. Like, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, he is such a good crier. No joke. Like, he is. He's really good at, like, bringing the emotion out in the character.
Yeah.
So, you know, kudos to them for that.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like anybody on The Flash is bad. I feel like all of them are really good.
Yeah. I'm waiting, trying to be patient for the eventual, hopefully soon to be revealed Harrison Wells on the show.
Yes. Because in the trailer they were like, you know, he was like grabbing Cisco by the throat and he's like, "Oh, another mean one."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's probably going to happen within the next few episodes,
yeah, he's
I would think.
To be like Indiana Jones-ish.
Yeah, which is awesome. So it's probably going to happen within the next few episodes, I would think. Because this is the second one, so.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it, right?
Yeah. Oh, and when she's like, well, whatever, we have to make it count. Whatever we do, we have to make it count.
Let's make whatever we do next count.
And I'm just like, well, that would be having a baby.
Right? Like, both of us at the same time.
Yeah, but she said it.
Yeah.
She said it for me. I was thinking the exact same thing.
And then we like talked about it, and so we had to rewind to hear the whole thing. And then when she said it again, and then Barry's like, "Why don't we start with him like making twins?" Making twins? Like I couldn't help myself. Like,
I mean, to making it count, right? Cheers to making it count.
Yeah. But I mean, we do know for certain she's not gonna get pregnant this season.
Yeah.
But they did say it's a possibility for next season.
Yay!
So I don't remember where I heard that, but I did hear
See,
that.
Barry now. So. See, what's gonna happen is he's gonna come back from the crisis, and they're just gonna be so happy that he's alive that they're just gonna want to like make the best of everything because life is so short, and then they're just gonna do it, and like she gonna be pregnant.
Like when they just got married and bought the loft, and
yes.
they just constantly.
Yes.
Yeah. Like they were constantly in bed together in every scene.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's gonna be like that.
Mhm.
Only this time she's gonna become the size of a planet. She's gonna swallow a planet. I'm quoting Doctor Who.
Stop.
He swallowed a planet. I'm pregnant. You're like, oh well, I'm pregnant. Are you pregnant?
Which doctor is that?
Man.
Of course.
I was watching a lot of Watch Mojo today. Okay.
Of Doctor Who related stuff?
Yes. After I binged a lot of information about the crossover for this year. So, yeah. So I guess
until next time, keep believing in the impossible.